The restaurant was
How are the hot
warm,
chocolates?
quiet,
It's yummy.
and full of
Mine
soft
too.
light.
I'm glad.
Small
Enjoy.
candles
Thank
flickered
you.
on
Thanks.
every table. Soft music played in the background. People were laughing. Glasses clinked. Forks touched plates. But at one table near the window, everything felt different. A woman named Lena sat alone. She sat straight in her chair. Her hands rested on the table. She wore a simple black dress. Nothing fancy. No humility. Her hair was neat. Her face was calm. But her eyes told another story. She looked at her phone. No new message. She placed the phone face down and took a slow breath. She told herself to stay calm. Just a few more minutes. This was a blind date. She had never liked blind dates. But her friend had begged her to try this one. You should go, her friend had said earlier that day. He is different, very important, very successful. Lena did not care about that. She did not care about money or power. She only cared about respect. She looked around the restaurant. Couples sat close together. Some held hands. Some laughed loudly. Some whispered like the world did not exist. Lena felt a small sting in her chest. She checked the time. 25 minutes late. A waiter walked toward her table. He forced a polite smile. Would you like to order? He asked. Lena shook her head gently. I'm still waiting, she said. The waiter nodded, but his eyes showed doubt. He walked away slowly. Two women at the next table glanced at Lena. One whispered something. The other smiled and shook her head. Lena noticed. She always noticed. She kept her face calm. She remembered the message she received that morning. Tonight, 7 p.m. You will not regret it. No name, no picture, just a time and place. She looked at the empty chair across from her. She wondered if she had made a mistake. 30 minutes now. Her fingers tightened slightly around her napkin. Not in anger, not in fear, just disappointment. She stood up slowly. She placed her napkin on the table. She picked up her purse. It's okay, she whispered to herself. Not everything is meant to happen. As she turned toward the exit, the waiter rushed back. Wait, he said quickly. Please, just a moment. Lena paused. She looked at him confused. Before she could ask anything, the front door opened. The sound was small, but the effect was big. Conversation stopped. Laughter faded. Music felt quieter. Everyone turned their heads. Two young black men walked in together. They were identical. Same height. Same build. Same calm walk. They wore dark suits. Clean. Perfectly fitted. Their faces were serious, but not cold. They did not look around. They did not hesitate. They walked straight toward Lena's table. Every step felt heavy, like the room itself was holding its breath. Lena froze. She slowly sat back down. The twins stopped in front of her. One of them smiled politely. The other nodded with respect. Then, in a clear and calm voice, one twin spoke. Dad apologizes for the delay. The words fell into the room like thunder. Lena stared at him. Dad, she asked softly. The twins said nothing more. The restaurant stayed silent, and the empty table was empty no longer. The words stayed in the air. Dad apologizes for the delay. Lena did not answer right away. She looked at the twin who spoke, then at the other one. They stood calm, confident, like they belonged there. The restaurant felt frozen. No one talked. No one moved. Even the waiter stopped breathing for a moment. Lena cleared her throat. I think you have the wrong table, she said quietly. The twin on the right smiled again. Not a proud smile. Not a rude one. A respectful smile. No, ma'am, he said. This is the right table. Lena felt heat rise to her face. People were staring now. She could feel their eyes on her back, on her hands, on her simple dress. She hated attention like this. She pushed her chair back slightly. I was waiting for someone, she said. But I think he is not coming. The other twin finally spoke. He is coming, he said calmly. He just wanted us to come first. Lena shook her head. This is not funny, she said. I don't like jokes. The twin leaned forward a little. We are not joking, he said softly. We don't joke about our father. That sentence changed something. The tone, the room, the feeling in Lena's chest. She sat back again, confused. Around them, whispers began. Who are they? Did you hear what they said? Dad! A man at another table slowly put his phone down. A woman leaned closer, pretending to sip her drink. The twins pulled out the chairs across from Lena and sat down. They moved with control, with training, like this was normal for them. Lena folded her hands in her lap. Can you explain? She asked. Her voice stayed calm, but her heart beat faster. The twin on the left nodded. Our father does not like to waste time, he said. When he is late, it means something serious stopped him. Lena raised an eyebrow. And why would that matter to me? She asked. The twin did not look offended. Because tonight matters to him, he replied. Lena laughed softly. Not because it was funny, because it was strange. You don't even know me, she said. The twin looked her straight in the eyes. Yes, he said. That is why he wanted to meet you. That answer made no sense. Lena looked at the empty chair again. She remembered all the times people judged her. By her clothes, by her job, by her silence. She hated games. I don't wait for people who don't respect my time, she said. The twins exchanged a quick look. Then one of them did something unexpected. He stood up. He bowed his head slightly. We respect your time, he said. That is why we came. The restaurant gasped quietly. Lena felt her chest tighten. No one had ever done that for her before. She swallowed. Then where is he? She asked. The twin checked his watch. Close, he answered. The waiter suddenly appeared again. His voice shook. Is everything okay here? He asked. One twin nodded. Yes, he said. Please bring her water. And keep the table open. The waiter did not argue. He walked away quickly. Lena noticed something strange. The staff was nervous. The manager stood near the bar, watching closely. Phones were no longer hidden. People were openly staring now. Lena leaned forward. Who is your father? She asked. The twins smiled at the same time. You will know, one said. When he walks in. Just then, the lights near the entrance changed slightly. The door opened again. And this time, no one whispered. No one laughed. Everyone stood up. Lena stayed seated. And for the first time that night, she felt the air shift. Everyone stood up. Chairs moved back at the same time. Forks were placed down gently. Conversations stopped completely. But Lena stayed seated. She did not know why she stayed still. She just felt she should. The twins stood up slowly beside the table. Not in a rush. Not nervous. They looked toward the entrance. Lena turned her head. A tall black man had just walked in. He wore a dark coat. Simple. Clean. Nobody gathers. No humility. His hair was short. His face calm. He did not smile. But he did not need to. The energy in the room changed the moment he stepped inside. People made space for him without being asked. Some lowered their heads. Others stood straight, like they were being watched. The restaurant manager rushed forward. Good evening, sir, he said quickly. His voice shook. The man nodded once. No words. No handshake. He looked past the manager. Straight at Lena. Lena felt her heart slow down. Not fear. Something else. Focus. The man walked toward her table. Each step was quiet. But every step felt heavy. The twins stepped aside. The man stopped in front of Lena. He looked at the empty chair across from her. Then back at her face. Thank you for waiting, he said. His voice was calm. Low. Controlled. Lena looked up at him. You were late, she replied. The room froze again. Someone near the bar gasped quietly. The man did not look angry. He nodded. Yes, he said. I was. He pulled the chair back and sat down. No one else sat. Not the twins. Not the guests. Just him. I apologize, he continued. Not everyone deserves to wait. You did. Lena studied his face. No lies. No fake charm. Just truth. Why, she asked. The man rested his hands on the table. Because you stayed, he answered. You could have left. Lena looked down at the candle. I almost did, she said. I know, the man replied. That surprised her. The twins remained silent behind him. Like guards. Like witnesses. Lena leaned back. So this was planned? She asked. Yes, he said. But not to embarrass you. She looked around. Everyone was still standing. Still watching. It feels like it, she said. The man turned his head slightly. You may sit, he said calmly. The command was soft, but strong. The entire restaurant sat down at once. Lena felt a chill. She looked back at him. Who are you? She asked. The man smiled for the first time. Not wide. Not proud. Just enough. That question, he said, is asked too often. He paused and answered too quickly. Lena crossed her arms. I don't care about titles, she said. I care about honesty. The man nodded slowly. Good, he said. Then we can talk. A waiter appeared again, shaking slightly. Sir, may I? Later, the man said gently. The waiter disappeared. Lena noticed something. The twins were watching her now. Not their father. Her. Like they were measuring something. You sent them first, Lena said. Why? The man looked at his sons. They speak without power, he said. I wanted to see how you react without knowing me. Lena laughed softly. So this was a test. Yes, he said. And you are still here. Silence fell between them. The candle flickered. The man leaned forward. There is something you should know, he said. Lena met his eyes. What? She asked. He spoke slowly. This dinner was never about romance. Lena's breath caught. The man continued. It was about character. The twins exchanged a look. Lena felt the weight of his words. And now, he added, we begin. Lena did not speak right away. The words stayed in her mind. This dinner was never about romance. It was about character. She looked at the man sitting across from her. He did not rush her. He did not explain. He waited. That made her uneasy. Then why am I here? Lena asked. The man folded his hands on the table. Because I needed to see you, he said. Not your resume. Not your background. You. Lena frowned slightly. You could have just asked to meet, she said. You didn't need all this. The man nodded. You're right, he said. But people act differently when they think no one important is watching. That answer felt heavy. Lena looked around again. The restaurant was back to normal, but not really. People pretended to eat, pretended to talk, but everyone was listening. Lena leaned forward. So what were you watching? She asked. The man looked her in the eyes. How you handle being ignored, he said. How you handle embarrassment. How you treat people when you think nothing will come from it. Lena felt a small knot in her chest. She remembered the waiter. She remembered the whispers. She remembered how close she was to leaving. And, she asked quietly. The man smiled. You stayed respectful, he said. You did not raise your voice. You did not beg for attention. And you did not blame anyone. The twins nodded behind him. Lena shook her head slowly. You tested me without my permission, she said. Yes, the man replied. And now you are testing me. That stopped her. She looked at him carefully. You sat down, she said. You apologized. You didn't defend yourself. The man smiled again. Exactly, he said. Silence settled between them. Lena exhaled. Why does this matter so much to you? She asked. The man looked down at the table for a moment. Then he looked back up. Because power hides the truth, he said. Money hides the truth. And I am tired of lies. Lena felt something shift. This was not about control. It was about fear. What do you want from me? She asked. The man leaned back. Nothing, he said. At least not yet. That answer made her nervous. The waiter returned with water. His hands shook as he placed the glass in front of Lena. Thank you, Lena said softly. The waiter looked surprised. He nodded and walked away quickly. The man noticed. You always do that, he said. Do what? Lena asked. See people, he replied. She shrugged. They're people, she said. Why wouldn't I? The man smiled wider this time. That, he said, is exactly why you're here. Lena crossed her arms. I don't like games, she said. And I don't like secrets. Good, the man said. Then I'll be honest. He leaned forward again. I am building something, he said. Something big. Something that will affect many lives. Lena listened closely. I need people I can trust, he continued. People who don't change when power enters the room. The twins stepped closer. You were never meant to impress me, the man said. You were meant to be yourself. Lena felt the weight of that. And if I don't want to be part of this, she asked. The man did not hesitate. Then you walk away, he said. No pressure. No punishment. That surprised her. She studied his face. No trap. No threat. Just truth. Lena stood up slowly. Gasps filled the room again. She picked up her purse. I need time to think, she said. The man stood as well. Of course, he replied. She turned to leave. Before she reached the door, the man spoke one last time. Whatever you decide, he said. Tonight already told me what I needed to know. Lena paused. She did not turn around. But for the first time that night, she smiled. Lena did not leave the restaurant right away. She stood near the door for a moment. Her hand rested on the handle. Her heart felt heavy but calm. She had walked away from many things before. Bad jobs, bad people, empty promises. But this felt different. Behind her, the restaurant stayed silent. No one spoke. No one moved. She slowly turned around. The man was still standing by the table. The twins stood beside him. They were not smiling now. They were waiting. Lena walked back. Not fast. Not slow. She sat down again. I came back, she said. Not because of curiosity. The man nodded. I know, he replied. I came back, she continued, because I don't like unfinished conversations. That is fair, he said. The man sat down again. This time, he poured water into her glass himself. A small act, but it meant something. My name is Marcus, he said. I should have said that earlier. Lena, she replied. I know, Marcus said. She did not ask how. Marcus looked at his sons. Give us a moment, he said. The twins hesitated. Then they stepped away, standing a few feet back. Lena watched them. They respect you, she said. Marcus smiled softly. They respect honesty, he replied. I try to teach them that. Lena folded her hands together. You said you were building something, she said. What is it? Marcus leaned forward. A foundation, he answered. One that helps people who are ignored. Lena raised her eyes. Like tonight? She asked. Yes, Marcus said. Exactly like tonight. He explained slowly. How powerful rooms often ignore quiet people. How good people are overlooked because they don't shine loudly. How money listens only to noise. And I want to change that, he said. Lena listened carefully. No big words. No fake dreams. Just truth. And where do I fit in? She asked. Marcus paused. I want you to work with us, he said. Not under us. With us. Lena leaned back. That's a big ask, she said. I know, Marcus replied. And what do you want in return? She asked. Marcus met her eyes. Your voice, he said. Your honesty. Your refusal to pretend. Lena felt a strange pressure in her chest. She had never been asked for that before. And the money? She asked. Marcus smiled slightly. There is money, he said. But it is not the reason. Lena was quiet for a long moment. She thought about her life. Her small apartment. Her long work hours. Her quiet strength. She thought about how many times she stayed silent to survive. She stood up again. The restaurant tensed. Marcus did not stop her. I can't accept, Lena said. Marcus blinked once. Why, he asked. Because, she said, if I say yes right now, it will not be my choice. Marcus listened. I don't want to be impressed, she continued. I don't want to be saved. And I don't want to be part of something just because it feels powerful. Marcus nodded slowly. That is a strong answer, he said. Lena picked up her purse. If you still want me, she said, you can ask again. Later. Silence filled the room. Then Marcus stood. He placed his hand over his heart. Thank you, he said. For what? Lena asked. For choosing yourself, he replied. Lena walked out. This time, no one watched. Outside, the air felt lighter. But inside the restaurant, Marcus smiled. Because the test was not over. And Lena had passed more than she knew. 3 days passed. Lena went back to her normal life. She woke up early. She took the bus to work. She sat at her small desk and answered emails. Nothing looked different, but something felt different. She felt lighter. At work, her manager talked over her in meetings. As usual, people took credit for her ideas. As usual, but this time, Lena did not shrink. She spoke clearly. She did not raise her voice. She did not apologize. People noticed. That afternoon, her phone buzzed. Unknown number. She stared at the screen for a moment. Then she answered. Lena speaking, she said. Good afternoon, a calm voice replied. This is Marcus. She felt her chest tighten. I told you I would ask again, he said. Lena leaned back in her chair. I remember, she replied. I'm not calling to convince you, Marcus continued. I'm calling to offer clarity. She listened. I did not choose you because you waited, he said. I chose you because you walked away. Lena closed her eyes briefly. I didn't walk away to impress you, she said. I know, Marcus replied. That is why it mattered. There was a pause. I want to invite you to see what we are building, Marcus said. No contracts. No pressure. Just information, Lena said. Yes, Marcus replied. She thought for a moment. One meeting, she said. Marcus smiled through the phone. That is all I ask. The meeting was not in a tall building. Not in a glass tower. It was in a small community center. Children ran in the halls. Elderly people sat and talked. Volunteers moved with purpose. Lena was surprised. Marcus stood near the entrance. No suit this time, just a simple shirt. He did not shake her hand. He nodded. Welcome, he said. He showed her around. A classroom for job training. A food program. A legal help desk. These are the people power forgets, Marcus said. They deserve more than sympathy. Lena watched quietly. She saw herself in them. At the end, they sat in two simple chairs. I don't want a face for this work, Marcus said. I want a backbone. Lena laughed softly. That sounds heavy, she said. It is, Marcus replied. And you still want me? She asked. Marcus nodded. Because you do not need us, he said. You chose us only after you understood. Lena looked around one last time. This will not be easy, she said. No, Marcus agreed. But it will be honest. She took a deep breath. I will help, she said. But I won't be quiet. Marcus smiled. I would be disappointed if you were, he replied. Over the next weeks, things changed. Lena did not become rich overnight. She did not appear on magazines. But her voice mattered. People listened when she spoke. Decisions changed. One afternoon, she saw the twins again. They stood near the door. Same calm faces. Same steady eyes. One of them smiled. Our father was right, he said. Lena raised an eyebrow. About what? She asked. About waiting, the twin replied. Lena smiled. No, she said. About choosing. The twins nodded. As Lena walked out, she felt something new. Not power. Not fame. Respect. And respect, she learned, changes everything. 6 months later, the restaurant still looked the same. Soft lights. Quiet music. Small candles on every table. But Lena was not the same woman who once sat alone by the window. She stood near the entrance now, holding a simple folder in her hand. No expensive clothes. No signs of power. Just confidence. People inside did not recognize her. They did not know her story. And that was fine. Lena looked at the table by the window. The empty table. She smiled gently. That night had changed her life, but not in the way most people would expect. She did not become rich overnight. She did not move into a big house. She did not chase attention. Instead, she built something real. With Marcus and the foundation, Lena worked quietly. She helped people find jobs. She helped women speak up. She helped young people believe they mattered. She never asked for credit. And because of that, people trusted her. That evening, Lena was not there for a meeting. She was there for a celebration. The restaurant owner approached her. Your guests are here, he said politely. Lena nodded. Thank you, she replied. The twins walked in first. Same calm walk. Same steady eyes. But this time they smiled openly. You're late, Lena said jokingly. One twin laughed. Family habit, he replied. Then Marcus walked in. No one stood up this time. Not because he lost power, but because he no longer needed it. He walked toward Lena and stopped. You came back to this place, he said. Yes, Lena replied. I wanted to close a chapter. Marcus nodded. I have something for you, he said. Lena raised her hand. If it's money, she said. I don't want it. Marcus smiled. I know, he replied. He handed her the folder. Lena opened it slowly. Inside was a single page. Her name was at the top. Under it, a title. Director of Community Voice. She looked up. This is not a job, Marcus said. It's ownership. Lena's breath caught. You built this, Marcus continued. You shaped it. You protected its heart. The twins nodded in agreement. You don't work for us, Marcus said. You stand beside us. Lena closed the folder. For a moment, she said nothing. Then she shook her head. I didn't do this for a title, she said. Marcus smiled warmly. That's why you deserve one, he replied. They sat down at the table. Food arrived. Laughter followed. No one watched them. No whispers. No judgment. Just people sharing a moment. As the night ended, Lena stood outside the restaurant again. She looked through the window one last time. Months ago, she had felt small there. Invisible. Now, she felt whole. Marcus stepped beside her. You know, he said, most people think rewards come as money. Lena smiled. They're wrong, she said. Yes, Marcus agreed. The real reward is respect. Lena nodded. And choice, she added. Marcus looked at her with pride. As they walked away, the twins followed behind them. Not as guards, not as symbols of power, but as family. And somewhere inside the restaurant, the empty table waited. Not as a place of rejection anymore, but as the place where everything began.